excited, you guys.
I am so excited, you guys. Welcome to
Karen,
the
you
show.
are back.
Yay!
You are
I
back.
am back. Oh my
You were
God.
so missed. We missed you so much.
I miss you guys so, so much. I just, it's just amazing how much you just need energy just to get up and walk around. And so
Mhm.
I am just continuously fighting to get my energy back and get back into the whole routine of life and just really appreciating life. So I appreciate everyone who have prayed for me. Everyone, I got so many gifts and fruit baskets and people telling me to eat this and do this, and it was just a wonderful feeling of people remembering you and appreciating you during your time of sickness. And so I am just so grateful, you guys.
Oh, we miss you.
Oh, we're glad you're back, girl. We really did miss you. We really
Yes.
did.
And you guys held it down. You guys have been doing awesome shows. You guys, I want you guys to go back and look at the shows that we've had every Tuesday night. Like our shows, share our shows, subscribe to our shows. Tell somebody what these sports moms are doing. We are trying to impart knowledge and wisdom to other moms so they can make an informed decision. And you guys, you girls, you got you had my back.
Yes, yes. We honor. I mean, listen, Miss Karen, you just don't know. We really, really love you. Like seriously, like
Mm-hmm.
really love you. Listen, when you was down, oh my God, the prayer warrior said, "No, no, sir, no, ma'am. It's time to go to
Yeah,
war." So
yeah.
I just thank God for answering all our prayers. You look wonderful. You know me.
You do.
I have energy over here. If you need some energy,
Okay, I do. I
I love
definitely
it,
do.
Kawashika.
I've
yes.
been losing the weight, Kawashika. I've been
Oh,
getting on the scale, and I'm just like, okay, every day I'm going down a pound. Um, but the one thing that what you guys don't know, I've been dealing with COVID, and so one of the things with the appetite, taking the appetite, I'm a very picky eater, and so I'm the type of person, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, I don't do that. But with COVID, you can't taste or smell anything, so I've had to say I'm going to eat whatever anybody put in front of me. So when I was in the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, you could choose what you want them to bring. I didn't choose anything. Whatever they brought, I ate it. And it was just like a whole different mindset. It wasn't necessarily about what I want, what I don't want, what I
Mm-hmm.
don't like. It was just about I got to eat what is being put before me. And
To
so
survive. You had to eat to survive.
survive. And that's
Mhm.
what I've done. I come home because normally I'll eat oatmeal out the package. Well, my husband, he does the whole oat. And so he has been making me oatmeal in the morning. And then I have some sandwich and a soup. And then one of the highlight of his day was to make some onions and peppers and like a stir fry. No, I don't do them green onions or red onions or yellow onions. I don't do any of those. But he did it, and he said, I want that bowl empty. And I had the bowl empty, and I just ate it. I just ate it.
I'm good. Like
And so that's where
sauteed,
my
like
mind is.
green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. Like I love that.
yeah.
That
It's
like with some chicken, that stir fry. Mm-mm-mm.
right.
Make it into
Yes,
some. Put it in some fajitas. Yes,
Yeah.
that's.
That's it, Mama D.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Eat us.
So that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And so I've been, like I said, I've been getting on the scale, and every day I've been going down a pound. I'm like, there's something to this.
But you want it to
And
be
so,
healthy, though. You want it to be a healthy weight loss, like not a
yeah,
sick weight loss. You don't
Right.
want to. Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, but just right now, my mindset is about what is being put before me and just getting off of what I don't like and what I do
Come
like.
on. Come on.
So
Right, right.
that's it. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, I am Karen, aka K Dog from high school. My name back then. That's who I am today. And who else we got?
Yes. And this is your girl, Kawashika.
And I'm Carmen, aka Mama D.
And
All right.
we talk sports.
Can
Woo,
we talk
can
sports
you
now?
talk sports?
Kawashika, I think I saw you back out in California, girl. You
No,
gonna be a California girl?
no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Not, not yet.
Yeah. I'm
So,
glad.
so Kawashika,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Kawashika, we had some pictures. We had a picture of you at USC, and I mean, they called you out. They're like, "This is what a mom should look like when she come to the game." So, do we have that picture?
Let me go and see if I
Oh
can
my
find.
God.
Uh,
Oh,
I
I
was like, "Look at this
oh,
girl
there
showing
there
out."
it
Come
is.
on now.
y'all
I
surprised.
What
was
was
like,
this,
what is
Kawashika?
this?
What
Fashion for
website is
life?
this?
Oh my God. This
Fashion Life?
yes, Fashion Life. They are a fashion blog and she posted my picture. So I was thankful for that. But yes, I said sports moms can be fashionable too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Supportive and
And
fashionable.
you
Right.
and you
Right. We can
you
be
was rocking it.
thank y'all. That was a good surprise.
Sexy. That was cute, girl.
That
That was really cute.
Thank you.
I
girl, that's
loved it.
already in my mind. That coming out with a whole sportsman fashion line,
Right.
girl.
Come on. Come on now.
Yes,
Listen.
absolutely.
I received that. Yes, we can do it.
So,
Yes,
did you make that outfit? Where did you? Because that top was really cute.
yes, ma'am. So I had someone to make it for me.
Mhm.
Dazzle Designs. Actually, she is in our family, and so I had her to make the shirt. I told her what I wanted, of course, and then she offered to do me my purse. Did you see the purse? The
Yes,
purse.
yes,
Yeah. So she did that for free, and that's what I love because people don't understand. You, if you want to get somewhere, you need to be giving. That was a
yes.
give. And I said, and it's crazy though, because I told her, I said, listen, I didn't even have to tell you what I wanted. You knew what I wanted. And that's how you get further in life. You gotta give, you gotta honor.
Yes.
I always want to receive. So I bless,
Mhm.
I said, girl, yes. Listen, I ain't gonna forget about you. Trust and believe that. So
Right.
shout out to Dazzle Designs. Yes. But
Dazzle
Oh,
Designs.
yes, so
that's one.
make shirts, t-shirts, of course, the purse and things to that matter. But yes, that was the first time I actually went to California. But
Okay.
Mhm.
coming up this week, and it's just in a couple days. Guess who we play?
Oh,
Colorado.
oh my God. That's so
Oh,
you gonna see Miss Eddie.
Yeah, so we headed back to rival. Now they're our rival, so we gotta head back, and I'm excited about it. And I'm ready. I am ready, honey. They finna see the other side of me. Let's
yeah.
go.
So is it in Colorado?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you don't
I'm
have to travel far.
no. I'm going to their town. I'm finna go to
Oh,
your town. I'm finna show you how I go on the other
uh,
side.
I love it.
okay.
I gotta talk
Okay.
noise. I gotta talk noise. But it's all in love though. But yes, we play Colorado this Saturday. And so it's gonna be a big game. Of course, my son used to play for Colorado. So let's go. We ready. We ready. That's all I
And
got
then
to
you
say.
got our DeSoto players on
Yeah.
Colorado.
Oh yeah.
So
So his friend, his old teammates, which they're still best friends, but it is what it is. Let's go.
that's
Right? We'll be friends
Okay.
after the game.
Absolutely.
Right.
Time to go to war. Yeah.
All right.
I love you, but I'm going to knock you on your butt and I'll help you get
Right.
up when it's over.
Right. It's over.
Payback time, baby. Payback time.
That's right. That's who we got
Okay,
coming
y'all,
on the show.
let's go on because I can keep going on and on and on. I'm going to save it for the field. Yeah. Yes, it's all in fun though, guys. That's what we do as sports moms, and that's what we do. We gonna support our babies no matter what. So it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Kawashika, who we got coming up?
Oh, good question. Yes, ma'am. Listen. Now, as the best, actually, she's the best midfielder and picked third overall in the 2021 National Women's Soccer League. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Brianna Pinto.
All right.
Yay!
Find my video. I'm out of place.
Yes.
My name is Brianna Pinto, and I'm from the United States.
I was asked to give a speech on behalf of U.S. Soccer in hopes of winning the United bid. So we ended up winning, which was an awesome experience. Over the course of 2 to 3 months, I was interviewed and I sent in a video about what football means to me. And I ended up being selected, and throughout the interview process, we helped write my speech, which was about playing against Iran last fall. And I basically was telling a story about how it's a global game and it can unite people in more ways than just playing soccer.
Moments like that have taught me we may come from different countries and cultures, but deep down we're all pretty much the same. And we all love the beautiful game.
It was kind of scary, but I was like, they know I'm a player. They know that I love what I do. They know that we really wanted this World Cup, and I think that was like my driving force. I was going off of pure adrenaline because I was like this can work out. This can definitely be a big factor for our presentation. So I was like, I can do this. I psyched myself up and I delivered the speech. It was just really quick. We had 15 minutes, they had 15 minutes, and then everybody voted. When they finally announced it, we were ecstatic.
So we have a winner for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The member associations of Canada, Mexico and USA have been selected by the FIFA Congress to host the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Thank you.
It's surreal to have the World Cup. I definitely want to get to those games in 2026, and we definitely have a lot to look forward to because kids, just like I was, they'll be able to watch the World Cup and really grow the game in North America.
Thank you all very much.
Welcome.
Yay! Brianna, we are so excited to have you on the show. This is amazing. Listen, we play a game. It's called Would You Rather. So I'm going to start it off. So I know you're really close to your family. I know you guys are really close-knit family. So would you rather, would you prefer like family reunion, big family events, or small, intimate, like game night or movie night with just your immediate family? Which would you rather have?
I think I'd say game night. My immediate family is super competitive, so getting to connect with each other in that way would be super, super fun because we truthfully don't have that much time to sit around and play games just because their schedules are crazy. But I'd say the game night is something that I would prefer.
We like game night too. Sometime game night, sometime movie night. We just pick a movie and hang out at one of the kids' houses. Yeah, I understand.
That's one of my questions. Would you rather be forced to listen to the same song on repeat for the rest of your life or be forced to watch the same 5 movies on repeat for the rest of your life?
I would have to say the movies, just
Mo-
because I love music, and I think it's a cultural aspect of what makes it's a special type of art, really, and it's also a part of my pregame routine to listen to music, and I like to be pumped up in different ways according to how I'm feeling that day on game day. And I don't think the same 5 songs would suit me for the rest of my career, but yeah, I definitely say movies. I would pick one of each genre though.
That's good.
All right, so I'm Wade going to the South. Would you rather wear heels or tennis shoes every day?
Okay, I love heels. They just hurt my feet just because I have really high arches naturally, but I love dressing up more than anything. But I would say tennis shoes just to take care of my feet because those are the money makers. Those are how I do what I do. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'd say the tennis shoes, even though I love wearing heels and dressing up.
Perfect.
So you're a girly girl.
Yes.
Yeah, you could say so. I like dressing up is one of my favorite things to do. I like to going to fun events. I like dressing for the occasion and taking pictures and being with a lot of cool people. So those are the things that get me excited off the field.
That's good. So that brings
That's
me
good.
to my question about your childhood. Kind of tell us a little bit about growing up um, as your childhood, and did you like to play any other sports than soccer growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the only girl in my family, of like other than my mom. I'm surrounded by an older brother and a younger brother. I was super close. Well, I still am super close with them, and they made me super competitive, and they forced me to hold my own whenever we would play together. So naturally, when my older brother started playing soccer, I was being the younger sister. Like, of course, I want to do that too. I want to do what he's doing. So I actually fell in love with the game at a really young age, just because it's something my family bonded over. My mom's the only one that did not play soccer. She played softball. So growing up, I would play softball and t-ball and baseball. And then I also played basketball in middle school. I ran cross country also in middle school. And then I played tennis until I was 12. I think if I were not playing soccer today, tennis would be my favorite sport to play otherwise. But speaking towards like my family and the upbringing, every single weekend we were at somebody's soccer game cheering each one of us on. And it was just so motivating to see each of us do well. And you can go a lot of special places with this game of soccer. Ultimately, my family made the most of the system, and in terms of we got 3 scholarships to college, which is huge. And we got
Yes.
to go to 3 renowned institutions, in that being Princeton, Elon for my brother's undergrad year, and then also Duke for his grad year, and then Carolina for myself. So it was a really special experience. We've reaped so many benefits of the hard-earned time, money, and effort that my parents have invested in us, and it's just so special to have their support even today.
So you mentioned playing soccer when you were smaller. I understand you played against the boys. You played soccer against the boys. How did that prepare you for like the women's league?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a great question. I think it's so cool for girls to join boys leagues just because you become like confident in who you are, and you're like kind of forced to show why you're there and why you're special. And I just loved getting to be different on the field. Every time I stepped across the line when I was playing with the boys, they're like, "Who's that girl?" And like why is she on the field? And that was my chance to prove it to them that I belonged there and that I was talented. So I'd say the biggest difference at a youth age was the speed of play, and the physicality was a little bit higher than if I were playing with the girls my own age. So that prepared me in seeing the game and thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead, and just really developing the tactical and technical aspects of my game while I grew physically. So at age 13, I switched back to the girls' side, and I really had a ton of success since then, and I think it was a pivotal moment that I had in my career, just joining the boys and everything that I learned there. So that was my dad's idea. He learned that from some of the other greats that went to Carolina, like Mia Hamm and Christine Lilly. They all grew up playing with boys. So when he heard that, he was like, "We need to get you in this, doing the same thing." But to top it off, like, it was no different than what I was doing at home. Like, when I played with my brothers, it was natural to me. So I loved it, and I would encourage anybody else who has the opportunity to do so as well.
Now, wait, Brianna. Now, let's go. You said 13, so let's go to 16. When you was at the age of 16, you was the first young girl named at the, is it She Believes Cup?
That's correct.
Yes, in 2017.
Yes.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yes. What was
it was so cool. I got to learn from, I hate using the word idols, but I'd say like people that I looked up to and tried to model my game after as I grew up. And one of them, actually, Carly Lloyd, she's on my team now with Gotham FC in the National Women's Soccer League. But it was so strange just going from being on the youth national team to the senior national team and playing against people who were literally on my walls in my home, like in my bedroom at home. An example is Alex Morgan gave me her cleats at an international match in 2014, and 2 years later, I'm there as her teammate. It was really, really strange. So, but strange in such a good way, to be clear. But I was there, and I wanted to absorb all the information that I could, because that's a once in a lifetime experience for not many people, and getting to see that level is obviously a taste of what I want to do in the future, and I want to make it back to that level, and I want to stay for a long time. So I think applying what I learned and observing how they carried themselves on and off the field was a huge learning point for me, and something that I wanted to bring back into my lifestyle as I continued to develop and mature.
Amazing.
Now, I was just amazed at the fact that you started being a part of this organized sports at the age of 12. And I'm just thinking about still buying dolls and little things that you do at that age. And I'm like, okay, how did it has to be your parents, as far as creating this balance of being a young girl growing up and being a girl and being into sports and not taking on this identity of sports. That's some things that we as parents we've talked about a lot, how our kids have allowed sports to become their identity. And if they don't play sports, they don't know what to do. And so by you starting at a young age, how did they keep you from burning out or it just being too much? Did you ever think about stepping away and just wanting to be a little girl or young lady and not do anything? How did they keep that balance with you?
I think just it was a testament to all the hard work that I put into this game and the things that I got out of it along the way. So like, my dad and I often reflect on how I was like 3 years old. I said I wanted to go to UNC Chapel Hill and play for Anson Dorrance. I did that, and I had the most amazing experience being a Tar Heel, and still being a Tar Heel for the rest of my life. But I told him I wanted to travel the world, and now I've been to 23 countries. And a lot of those is because I've been traveling with the national team since I was 12. And I also said, like after I reach the national team, like, I want to have an impact on the entire world with FIFA, which is still my career goals after my playing career ends. But as you saw in the video, I was able to help bring back the 2026 World Cup. So I'd say that, like, while soccer has trials and tribulations, it has brought so many dreams of mine into fruition. and the network of people, from coaches to teammates to support staff members who have supported me and encouraged me, I think that's what keeps me going. That's what my motivation is in the day. Like, how can I be a good teammate? How can I excel at the sport that I've invested so much of my time and energy into? As well as tears and a lot of blood, because the injuries come along the way. But I would just say that my parents kept me grounded in the sense that, like, if we're going to do this, you got to devote all your energy to it, and make sure that you give everything you have every time you step over the line, because I mean, time goes by quickly. Like, I remember when I was going to my first national team camp, and I'm looking back almost 9 years later, and I'm like, wow, where did the time go? And I want to have a long career, but now's the time to make the most of it. So, but with that being said, I had a good set of friends in high school and in middle school who were excited to see me when I was home and made sure that I had a social life. And I also became rooted in God, and I took ownership of my own faith. And I think that allowed me to handle all of the adversity that's presented by the sport and then by my lifestyle. And also, like, while it sucked, I missed prom, I missed my own graduation, little things to make up for that. So I went to junior prom, which was the same as senior prom, but it was same experience, I guess. And I took grad pictures with my friends before the graduation, even though I couldn't be there. And just doing the little things to be intentional is what gets me along the way. And I think knowing that what I'm doing is something I've dreamt of for a while, it comes with sacrifice, and I have to be okay with that and take it in stride. So it's been a truly beautiful experience, and I'm just grateful for all the people who have helped me and pushed me and have encouraged me, because without them, I really don't know where I would be.
So, Brianna, you mentioned the speech in Moscow that helped bring the U.S., the World Cup, to the United States and Canada and Mexico. I'm not quite sure how that works, but there'll be some games in Canada, some games in Mexico, some games in the United States. You're going to kind of split them up that way. Is that how it's going to work?
Yes, that's correct. So this is a united bid. So essentially, North America is hosting it between Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. So there were two other youth representatives for each of their federations. So for Mexico, it was Diego Lainez, who now plays for Betis in Sevilla, Spain. And then the other one was Alfonso Davies of Canada, who's like a worldwide superstar now. And he plays for Bayern Munich in Germany. So it's been cool to follow their careers and just develop good friendships with them, and get to see them eventually play in that World Cup, because they're going to be at the prime of their career. And to say that I had a part in them playing on their home turf is going to be super special. So I can't wait for it to come.
So, I understand. I was reading that Barack Obama's speechwriter helped you write your speech, and you were in Moscow.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the whole experience. Like, tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So actually, U.S. Soccer reached out to me in, I think, around April of 2018. And they asked me if I would be, well, actually, no, they told me to submit a video about what football means to me. And I was like, well, I don't know what this is for, but I'm going to put some thought into it, and I wanted to make my video as meaningful as it can be. So I talked about something like you kind of wouldn't expect. Like most people would say, oh, soccer's fun, or football's fun because you get to win, or oh, because you get to score goals or something like that. But I took it a little bit deeper, and I talked about the experience when we got to play the girls from Iran, and that was their first international match. And for them to step on the field and play at the international level against people like us who have every resource we could ever need at our fingertips, it was surreal. And it put things to perspective about like how lucky and blessed we are. And just to see their joy that they had on the field, regardless of the score, even though it wasn't in their favor, like you saw true passion. And after that game, we were able to connect with them off the field in our hotel, and we got to learn about their lifestyles, and they asked us about theirs about ours. And the funny thing was they would ask us what they thought they had seen like on movies about what the American lifestyle is really like, and we got to share our perspective, and yeah, it was just something I'll never forget. And I think one of the coolest parts about soccer is that it unites people from all different backgrounds, and that's the beauty in the game. And I think my speech alluded to that, because we, as the United 2026 bid, are coming together, people of different backgrounds in North America, to host a World Cup where countries and people from all over the world will come to celebrate an event that we all know and love. And I think that really resonated with the crowd. And in order to make my speech as powerful as it could be, even though it was only a minute long, Terrence Duplat, Barack Obama's speechwriter, connected with me in the months leading up to the event, and he said, "I want your voice to come through in this speech. I want them to know your heart and your passion for the game." And I think he did such an amazing job. And he and the other speech coach helped me develop skills to deliver a speech, because honestly, I'd never done it at that point in time. And there's a lot more that goes into giving a speech that I was not aware of, but it was just such an incredible experience, and just getting to connect with such talented and acclaimed people such as Terrence Duplat. It was just so special.
That is amazing. I'm still stuck at the soccer being a football. We call football over here football, but then in the other countries they call it football or soccer. And so right there. That just throws me off right there.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Brianna. You are known as the best middle fielder. Okay. That's what you're known as, the best middle fielder. Explain to me what a middle fielder does. Because listen, my husband played soccer. He's from the he played soccer. He's from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And so we would watch soccer in the house. But listen, back then, it was only on the Spanish channel. It wasn't on regular channels. So it would be in Spanish. So not only did I not understand the game, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. And so all I understood was go. So I never really got an understanding of like what position everybody plays. So tell me what a middle fielder does, and how can you be offsides? Because I don't understand that.
Yeah, so midfield is all about, it's kind of like the quarterback of soccer. Essentially, you're on the ball the majority of the game, and you get to dictate the tempo and where the ball goes and the speed of play and the aggression of the game. And I think that's super special, because we're like the tacticians, and we have to have such a wide range of skills, such as physicality, being able to compete, smarts for the game, thinking 2 and 3 steps ahead so that we can give our team a competitive advantage. And one of the cool things that I've been able to develop in my game is being able to create and score goals out of midfield. And that's something that I pride myself on, because I want to be a difference maker every single time I step on the field. And most people often think that all the goals come from the forwards, who are the front line, which would essentially be like your running back or wide receiver. But I'm kind of like the quarterback that runs the ball into the end zone, if that makes sense. So, but with that being said, I also have defensive responsibilities where I have to track back into our box and make plays and cover for my other teammates. And it takes a lot of heart and fitness and will to keep going. But you have to have a big engine to play this position, and you have to have a good you have to have good chemistry with the players around you, so that you're constantly reading off of each other about where each person's going to be and what they're going to do to help you guys win. So, and then offside is basically like you are standing behind the last defender on the field and the ball is played to you. So you're not allowed to do that. So essentially, if this is the last line of defenders and I'm standing here and the ball's somewhere over here, I can't be here. I have to be onside. The ball has to be played, and as I receive the ball, then I can move past the last line of defense.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense to me.
Thank you for that analogy, because
Woo!
I know
it.
wide receivers and running backs, and yeah, so absolutely.
Let me show this little video right here, you guys.
Now joined by number 3 overall pick, Brianna Pinto. Brianna, what a day for you. You register for the draft. You get picked 3rd overall. You're one of the most complete midfielders in this draft. We heard over and over again by a lot of coaches. What does it mean to you to have this opportunity to play in NWSL?
It's an honor and a privilege and a dream come true. I've always wanted to be a part of a professional league, and to say that that's going to happen is so incredibly special. And I get to share this moment with my family, minus my younger brother, but this is going to be something I'll remember forever.
And this is the best part. We are in, I don't know where we are. Are we in your living room? What's happening here?
We're in my dining room right now, but we're having a blast. So we had a watch party, and all my friends and family joined via Zoom on the computer.
Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, the Pinto family, we're going to have a little Go Sky Blue here, and we're going to send it back to Marissa with this. So here we go. Sky Blue on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Sky Blue!
That Pinto life.
Oh, that was great.
I love
That
Yes, my dad had to throw in his little hashtag, that Pinto life. But it's become special and something I've grown to appreciate.
That's wonderful. I know, like I said, I had a lot of questions, but I know time is winding up. I just really want to touch on this equal pay real quick. As far as in the soccer world, I know for us in the United States, the things that we have been struggling with as far as in basketball, the WNBA and the NBA getting equal pay. And that's usually based on, the sponsors and the fans and things like that. Now, what are the fans like coming out and watching the women play soccer compared to the men? Would that solidate or help with this equal pay because you have the same fan base that's supporting both groups of people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest difference you see between the supporters of the men's game versus the supporters of the women's game is more often you'll see men repping jerseys of their favorite players. And jersey sales are a great way to generate revenue for their teams, and also buying tickets and consistently going to games, whether that's being a season ticket holder or just buying the tickets and giving them away to somebody else. Also, TV rights are huge. So as players and teams gain more notoriety and become more recognizable in the media, which is partially an issue towards visibility. Women's sports get about 4% of media coverage in comparison to the men, and it's just a shame because we're putting out a great product on the field, yet it's not being appreciated at the level that we need it to be. So with that being said, the ways that fans can continue to support the women's league is by buying tickets, buying jerseys, showing up to games, tweeting about it, just watching it online or on TV, buying the subscriptions. And that's the way that these women who are working so hard day in and day out will earn living wages, because in the NWSL, I think around 75% of
women in the league are making less than $22,000, or which is the minimum of our salaries, and it's unacceptable, to be honest, because how can you wake up every day and figure out how you're going to devote your body and your mind to being the best competitor you can be, but also have to work a second job or third job just to make ends meet? Like, that to me is not okay. And in order for this game to continue to grow in the direction that we want, we need to support these women in all the ways that they need, so that they can just focus on being the great athletes that they are.
That's good. I need to know, where can I get your jersey, Brianna?
So I think Gotham FC has a website. My family members have actually gotten some jerseys. Number 2 on Gotham FC. So if you check it out, search Gotham FC, and then go to the apparel. You can select my jersey.
Are you able to put that in the chat, the private chat?
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I will do that now.
And how can people to support you? How can people support you? Do they
Yeah, so we play our games on well, I would love for you guys to support my whole team. I've been very fortunate in that I'm sponsored by Adidas, and I've signed an endorsement deal, and they've done a lot to just make sure that I get everything that I ever need, whether that's cleats or other apparel, and just like opportunity and exposure on the field. So I just kind of want to spread the wealth and make sure that like the other girls are reaping the benefits of people looking to invest in us. And I just think if you continue to subscribe on Paramount Plus, which is where our games are televised, it's a great way to just show up for our team. And I think everybody would appreciate just the added viewers.
Paramount Plus.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. That we would definitely share that. Well, thank you again so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. And so we'll be looking towards 2026 to be able to go to a soccer game, because that's something that we've
World
been
Cup.
talking about that we wanted to do. So Can We Talk Sports to show up and have our jerseys on and be there to root you on, that would be great for us to look forward to doing it. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And Brianna, I have to say real quick that you mentioned Elon University, your younger brother, I think. So I have a nephew. Oh, your older brother. I was just in Riley Durham like 2-3 weeks ago. My nephew plays at Elon University. So I was on the campus, watched a football game. Yeah, loved it. Beautiful campus. Really nice.
Beautiful campus. It's so beautiful. Hoff had a great time going there for undergrad, and he had a great team. It was so cool to just be a part of that and support him and be a part of the Phoenix family, because I think that was the first time my family had like stepped out of our allegiance, if you will, to Carolina or Duke. So that was super, super special.
Alrighty then.
Right, Brianna. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being on the show. You were amazing. Such an inspiration.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate all of you. So good that you guys are just talking about sports and supporting women, and just sharing your experiences as well as moms of athletes, because my mom is my unsung hero as well. Without her chauffeuring me to everywhere on God's green earth, or making meals along the way, or sacrificing him, my goodness, none of us would be where we are today. So I'm so grateful for all the moms out there that are saying they can to provide the best opportunities for their.
Yes, we live dreams through you.
Yes. Yeah. We just want the best for our children. We just want the best. So Absolutely. Well, Brianna, thank you for your time. We know that you're working, you're playing soccer, you're going to school, getting that degree. Congrats on graduation in May of 2022. While you're
Thank
doing
you.
all of
Thank
this,
you.
that's amazing, girl. Just keep working
Thank
hard.
you.
What plans do you have in the future? Like once you're
Yeah.
done with soccer, what do you want to do?
Yeah, so I want to work for FIFA and I want to help bring resources and exposure to the women's game across the world, particularly in developing nations. I think that's super important because, like, as a member of the U.S. Soccer Federation, like I said earlier, like I've had access to everything I could have ever needed to help myself develop, and that's not the case across the world. And I think there's a lot of women footballers out there that would love to have an experience at the international level, but just aren't afforded the same opportunity just due to circumstance. And that shouldn't be the case. If you want to play, you should have access to things you need to become a great footballer. And I want to help change that. So my goal is to work in FIFA in an administrative role.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. You are a world changer. Let me tell you something. You're going to be doing mighty things. So we thank you again for your time. And we know you have a big exam coming up tomorrow. So we're going to let you go. Thank you so much. And you guys, we want you to stay tuned because next is Big Mama. Go Cowboys. Big Mama.
Oh, so let me before Big Mama come, I want to go out to our anyone that would like to be a sponsor. If you have a business that you need more exposure to, um, uh, anything, if you have a story that you want to share on the show, just reach out to Can We Talk Sports at gmail.com and we will get you on the show. You know, we're looking for sponsors, someone to help us carry this message on. And so, yeah, let me find Big Mama's little video.
Cowboys.
Go
Oh,
Cowboys.
see, she gonna be at y'all in a minute, and I don't understand why I don't have this video together, but I'm gonna find her.
Dallas.
Wow. So
And Saints, we represent Big Mama.
okay, here she comes.
Baby, let me tell you. God, no. If I told him once, I done told him twice.
Hey, Big Mama.
All I
Big
want to know
Mama.
is, did I hear, girl? Oh, ooh. For them Cowboys the one, and I tell you, my timeline went crazy.
Listen,
I said, baby, you thought y'all was in the playoffs or had won
come
a
on.
Super Bowl.
Come on, Big Mama, like,
I want you to know that the Dallas Cowboy fans wore me low.
listen, I'm so proud of our fans. The timeline was off the chain.
Oh
Come
my
on,
goodness,
Ryder.
I couldn't take it. I
Woo!
said, what in the world? My goodness. How you
Everybody was,
doing, ladies?
I'm
Hey, Big
good.
Mama.
how are you?
All right, I'm good. I just got a couple of things for you. Let me take these glasses off. Because I tell you, I got to put my other ones on. Oh, Big Mama just be going through the changes. We're trying to find these glasses that's going to work out for her. All right, ladies. Hello, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to Mean Girl Hockey. When I tell you Mean Girl Hockey be hanging tough, always supporting Can We Talk Sports, always in the chat, just giving it up. Girl, we appreciate you. Thank you for hanging in there with us. So quick things for Big Mama got for you tonight. Number one, Lyle Collins, Dallas Cowboy offensive line. So Lyle, you out here smoking weed, doing what you do. Then you know you got drug tests. Then you want to go so far that you want to bribe the NFL drug collector. What is wrong with you? You, baby, rule number one, you do nothing that separates you from your livelihood. You do nothing that mess with your money. So now you're on a 5-game suspension. Oh, let me tell you something. Get yourself together. I don't know what you thinking. You don't mess with your money, and you don't. Big Mama ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. You don't mess with your money. You don't mess with your livelihood. My second thing, Andrew Wiggins. Now they got this thing going that they want you to be vaccinated. The NFL's doing it. The NBA is doing it. But the NBA denied his request for religious vaccination exemption. So a lot of times there are things that we can kind of play on and say, well, because of my religion, I can't do this. Because of this that I practice, I can't do that. NBA said flat foot no. So now I want you guys out there to let me know what you think about it. Send us some mail. Let us know. I don't know. A lot of these jobs now, President Biden has it now that if you have over 100 employees, that everybody must be vaccinated. I don't know. This is messing with people's livelihood. This messing with their religious convictions. It's getting to be a real thin line. So I don't know how this is going to work out, what's going to go on with that. But what I want you to do, you do what you feel is right for you to do. And if this is where you want to take your stance, then that's where you take your stance. My third thing that I have tonight, Kayvon Pope. Now, Kayvon Pope plays for the Buckeyes. He plays for Ohio. So he's a senior. He had a big upset on the sideline this past Saturday. The Buckeyes played Akron. Now, the Buckeyes, I understand that you can't play everybody, and I understand that these boys earn their, these young men, excuse me, earn their way to their spot, right? So I understand that. But the Buckeyes won 59-7. So at no point could you not pull out these other boys and put some? So the frustration got to be so much on the sideline until Kayvon acted up, got on Twitter. Lord knows Twitter is the worst enemy that anybody has when you want to say something they didn't retract it. F Ohio, oh, this and that. So a lot of things, but you know, in the heat of the moment, things happen. But Kayvon, come here. Well, I want you to look in Big Mama's eyes and I want you to hear me real, real good. This is not how your story ends. Now, this is a big hiccup. You are a senior. They've put you off the team, not sure what your appeal rights are, not sure what's the next process for you. But I want you to know this is not how your story ends. So many people in life make mistakes. You are a senior. You're probably ready, eligible for the combine to go and do. So you work on you. While if you, since you've been released, and I don't know if they're going to reinstate or what they're going to do, but you work on you and you come back and you be the best KP that there has ever been. And I just want to say to all of you sports parents out there tonight, talk to your children about their character, how they react in the heat of the moment. What I want you to remember is that the truth of your character is expressed through the choice of your actions. That's all Big Mama got for you. Big Mama ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. But baby, when you act up, wherever you get happy, that's where I'm gonna shout, because I'm gonna come talk to you about what you did in front of everybody. All right, that's all I got, ladies. Y'all have a good week.
Thank you, Big Mama.
All right.
Wow. Such
Wow.
wisdom.
Carmen trying to get that last little cowboy look to Big Mama.
She up and got out. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ladies, we're gonna end the show with a parent topic, a parent thought. And so my parent thought is kind of related to, I think I've been seeing articles about them imposing the vaccination on kids that play sports. And so I think I saw an article about it in California. They were kind of like trying to mandate that. And so my thoughts is, first of all, to educate the parents on the vaccination and how this COVID affects them in the sports world. Uh, I think that if they educate them and let them know, then everything else is left up to that parent to make the decision for their child, whether it's the mask, not the mask, the vaccination. But we first have to let them know the truth about how this affects our kids. And that's one area that I haven't heard a whole lot about as far as how COVID it has affects our kids in the sports world. And so that's my thought, my take on it, especially with me dealing with COVID. Uh, I was one that hadn't taken the vaccination, and now that I've gone through it, um, I am gonna go back and take it. I'm gonna go back and take it because of my husband and all that kind of stuff. But I thank God that I'm on this side, that I'm able to have gotten through it. And so it is something that I've told my older kids to go ahead and take just because of what I have gone through. But that is the informed decision because I have gone through it versus me not going through it and being on the outside. So that's my take on it.
You're on mute.
Carmen, you're on mute.
I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't want to be heard during Big Mama's thing because, yeah, she had me laughing. But she was very serious, though. It was really good. But I am. Oh, what is Mean Girl Hockey saying in Ontario, Canada? Kids, I lost it. Kids over 12 can't play hockey unless they've been vaccinated. Interesting. I know when we were in Congo about a month ago, my sister-in-law came from Paris, and she said in Paris you can't go to the grocery store without your vaccination card. Like they don't let you in the grocery store. Um, then she keeps her card, like a photo of it, on her phone because she needs it everywhere she goes. But I think that I don't know. But Karen, you have firsthand experience. Like, what was your thought process before about getting the vaccine? And obviously that's changed. So tell us a little bit about that process and how you feel about it, how you're feeling about it then, and how your thoughts have changed.
Well, I'm a very definitely I can say I'm a very stubborn person. And I was the type of person that never did the flu shot. I never had the flu. If I had a cold, it was a whooping cough, but I never had the flu. And so for me, I'm just like, why put the flu in me if that's not something that I dealt with? And so when it came to the vaccination, um, my first thought was about the fact of them coming out with it so fast, and I kind of prayed about it, but I wasn't getting a unction to say go get the shot. I wasn't getting that. But my husband, he scheduled his appointment and he went and got the shot. And so afterwards, I said, well, why you didn't talk to me about it? He was like, Karen, it's a pandemic, Karen. And I'm just like, okay, you made your appointment. You didn't make sure our appointment was made. And so we kind of played this little game type of thing because we was going to buy a generator. And I was like, well, if you buy the generator, then I'll get the COVID shot. But I was just kind of like praying about it. And I was praying about it in the sense of who he is in our home as of course the priest of the home. And it was something that he was demanding or being very adamant about doing for the protection of our home. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like what I was just kind of going before the Lord with being at this place of honoring him as the man that he said that he believes that we needed to do it based on our household. And so I was going to do it. I just had been doing a lot of traveling and just never got around to it. And
Mm-hmm.
then just being affected by it. It's just like, wow. Uh, wow. I mean, when it came, it hit me. And if I didn't have my cousin, who was a nurse, who told me to go get this little oxygen meter where you measure your oxygen level. And so she
Mm-hmm.
said if that oxygen level drops to 80, she said, Karen, go to the ER. And my oxygen dropped to 80. And I went to the ER and they ended up keeping me. But a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that you need to watch your oxygen because your lungs is what fills up with pneumonia. That's how the pneumonia comes. And so, but a lot of people didn't know that. And so just having that experience and not knowing um, was a very humbling and frightening um, experience. And so I I have to wait 90 days to get the vaccination because I got this little special treatment. And so once you get this treatment, you can't get the vaccination for 90 days anyway. So I can't even get it until December, January.
Mm-hmm.
But I do plan on doing it and have talked to my kids about it. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it.
I think it's important for people to know and understand the thought process about doing it or not doing it, and you know how you change that, how that process evolved for you.
Yeah.
Kawashika,
Yeah.
you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, I thought you was asking Miss Karen. I'm sitting here in awe. Like, of course, my family um, as a whole, uh, some has uh, gotten the vaccination, and some had, me personally, I have not. Uh, I won't say it's a religion belief, uh, but God has not, advised me that I need to. Now, here's the thing. I have an issue with people looking at the ones that has not got one as if they're causing a problem. And that's not the problem. We need to look at the big issue. Um, I thought, I went through the situation with Miracle when she started school and she got sick. And first thing came to my mind was COVID. But I prayed like a mama does. And so, of course, she didn't have it, right? So at this point, I think me personally and my family and my household, because I don't have nobody over my household, so I can understand where Miss Karen coming from. But I'm the, over my household. So
Yeah, the
with that,
head.
yes, with that being said, of course, take help. Make sure you wear your mask. Things to that nature. But I'm not forcing my children to get the vaccination. I'm not. I'm not forcing myself to get the vaccination. I'm not. Um, and and I don't think God is making a big deal on if you do, if you don't. To be honest with you, I don't really think He is. But I think it's a lot of fear, you know, that if you don't get it, you'll, get the vaccination, then there's going to be a problem. And I don't think so. I honestly don't think so in my heart. You know, people go through different things for different reasons. Miss Karen went through what she went through for a reason, and I think it's more spiritual. How God can come back, how God can heal you, even through COVID. So I'm going to go spiritual with it, see? And so she has to tell her testimony. And it's okay she go get the vaccination. That's fine. It's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture that we're not paying attention to. And so once we get that, then we'll realize it's not about the vaccination. It's not about the vaccinated against the unvaccination. It's not about that. It's about good and evil at the end of the day. So with that being said, I can keep going on and on and on and on and on, but I just want to be real. I don't want to agree just to be agreeing, but we can agree to disagree. At the end of the day, she has a testimony that she has to give that God healed her through COVID. And it can be done. And then he not only, showed her herself. It's time to do what he say do, not what you want to do, what he wants you to do. You heard it at the beginning. So it's more deeper than what we think, because you got Christians that got COVID, and you got some that didn't. You got some that died from it. So it's each his own. I can't, was their faith really there? Because once you let fear come upon you, when that demonic, because that's what that is, it's demonic, come up on you, and you allow fear to take hold of you. So I thank God for prayers, for prayer warriors, because we prayed her through. And I'm pretty sure you were scared. I know. But it's a testimony at the end of the day. Because it don't matter, COVID will come. This spirit will come on anybody, but I'm not, I'm not forcing it on my children. I'm not especially my 5-year-old. Oh God, vaccination?
It's not even. They're not even. It's not time for.
Trying to though.
Yeah.
I thought it was 6 to 12.
Well,
I didn't think 5.
Right, but just recently, this past week, Miss Karen, when you was in the hospital, I seen it. Now it could be, fake news, but I seen it on Facebook where they're trying to go to the 5 and So they reaching they going to 5 now, and but who is it? FDA or the Pfizer got approved. Somebody got approved it, but yeah. So at this point, I don't look down on if you did take the vaccination. Ooh, God gonna get you? No. Or if you didn't, ooh, God gonna get you? No. It's what is God saying in your life about that vaccination is the key.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be bigger than the vaccination. I'm gonna tell you this now. I wish I can go deep until God tell me to, but it's bigger than the vaccination, and I pray that people see that. Like, it's bigger than that. This is just to put everybody against one another. Who vaccinated? Who not vaccinated? It's good. It's good against evil. That's what it's. And I understand on the natural point, your health, things to that matter. I understand that. So I'm not just, spiritual, and it's a natural thing to it. But at the end of the day, no ma'am, and no ham. I got other things, man. Listen, we in a battle. We in a spiritual warfare, and that's one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I hate that this is separate. This is dividing people, because it shouldn't be dividing people.
But
this should not be dividing people. Like, there's so much bigger. Like, we went through 9/11 and we came together. We came together. It brought us together. Why is this separating us? It should not be separated. It should not be separating us. It shouldn't.
It's the agenda to separate us. That's the point. Like it's agenda to put fear in us, and it can happen. You can get it, because we know Miss Karen, and I just went to war for her. I went to war for my friend. That you got us messed up, And that's how you have to be with everything. Your children, everything. You got to fight for everything. So with that being said, if like Miss Karen said, she told her children, that's real because she experienced it. I haven't experienced it. So I'm okay with that. I'm not going, I still love her. If you take the back, that's what I'm saying. But don't come forcing me and looking at me crazy because I have not took it. You see what I'm saying?
No. Yes. Yeah, I understand.
I
understand.
I wear masks. I make sure this, but don't look at me crazy because I haven't took it yet. I'm not the problem.
We're gonna finish this in the green room. Let's go ahead and end this show.
Yay!
Again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Can We Talk Sports.
Let's
We
go.
are excited to have you. Be sure to like, share, comment on this video. We know sports moms that can benefit from it. We're coming out with our sports mom clothing line. God is broken through the Washington. God is doing some great and mighty to us as sports moms. And so if also if you need exposure to your business, or we need sponsors, if you have a story to share, reach out to us at canwetalksports@gmail.com. canwetalksports@gmail.com, and you're more than welcome to come on the show. Again, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.